If you if you
Hello, everyone. It is News Roundup time. Thank you for joining. We're going to talk about some of the day's big stories and also take your comments on the year. I want to hear from you at Lookner on Twitter. That's where you can reach me. And thank you for joining us. And thanks to our moderators. Yes, we have moderating right now Lady Edith, Sarah Joy. They're both moderating. Lizzie is moderating. Hello. Also, we got Andy K watching there on Twitter. And we have Papa Bear and Sully are moderating. Thank you. We got Apocalypse No and Johnny Autonomous watching. Jeff Ha, Paula Garlock. Good to see you, Paula Garlock in Niagara Falls. Thomas Dunlap, Worcester. Just Dude, Linda Nielsen, and others watching. And hopefully the Facebook chat is working again today. Let's see. We'll tell in a second. Eric Kelb, Tracy McMillan, Sherry Mathis Caminas, all watching. What is this? Brenda Tackberry and others. Okay. If you have comments, if you have suggestions, news tips, at Lookner on Twitter is the best place to reach me. That's where to write me. I can't tell yet if the Facebook chat is working yet today. I'll have to see if any new messages pop up in the Facebook chat while I'm watching. There's been this issue where you've had to literally refresh your browser to get the new messages in the Facebook chat. It seemed to be fixed yesterday. Oh, there it is. It's working. It's working. Facebook chat is working. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's begin our news roundup. And I'll be keeping an eye out for any other breaking news as well. So I want to begin by talking about let's see here. I want to talk about this story. I tweeted about this earlier, but in case you didn't hear about it. So, overall, things are much better in terms of the virus in the U.S. because of the vaccines. But that doesn't mean in the U.S. nobody's getting the virus and nobody's getting sick. And what you see here is there's actually a significant outbreak happening in Manatee County, Florida. And according to this article in the Bradenton Herald, 5 of the 6 people who work in the IT department for Manatee County either died or were hospitalized. 2 died, 2 IT workers died, 3 were hospitalized, and one person who was vaccinated didn't get sick, didn't get hospitalized. So this just today, Manatee County said we're closing our government headquarters early, and we're going to deep clean it. this weekend. So I don't know if this is Delta variant. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. But, you know, I would assume, you know, there's a lot of people who have got vaccinated, but there's a lot of people who haven't gotten vaccinated. So obviously in countries where not many people have gotten vaccinated, there's a huge risk, right, of new outbreaks. But even in a country like the U.S., there's still plenty of people not vaccinated. So, I mean, which if you get vaccinated, it's much, much less likely that you'll get hospitalized or die of the virus. So I want to just talk about this for a second. This is in Manatee County, Florida. But it's pretty striking, this story. Let me just show you where Manatee County is. Manatee County, Florida. That has Bradenton is in there. It's near Sarasota. It's near St. Petersburg. But it has Bradenton in it. Its county seat and largest city is Bradenton. Okay, that's Southeast Florida. So check this out. This is from a Bradenton Herald. COVID-19 outbreak forces closure of Manatee government headquarters. 2 people have died. Now, this isn't just one of these things where it's like, oh, 30 people got COVID, so they closed a building and nobody got sick. No, this is like the IT department there has been devastated by this. A COVID-19 outbreak that killed 2 IT staffers in Manatee County, killed 2 IT staffers, and hospitalized 3 others, has forced the shutdown of the county's administrative building in downtown Bradenton. I'll actually show you the Facebook announcement by the county. Yeah, they posted on Facebook about it. After a number of COVID-19 cases were detected among county employees, including 2 deaths of our work family this week, the downtown county administration building will close today at 2:30 p.m. Employees are being directed to leave the building to enable the entire facility to be disinfected, including fogging. By the way, disinfection, from what I've read, the disinfection stuff is basically cleanliness theater. It's basically theater. It's from everything I've read, it is, I don't want to say it's impossible, but the experts I've seen, everything I've read suggests it's very unlikely to get it from like a contaminated surface. So now maybe the fogging, maybe they'll do something where they'll clear out the air in there. But I mean, if people are going back in, I don't know how, if somebody goes back in there on Monday and they have the virus, I don't know if this cleaning does any good. But just to be clear, they say they're going to disinfect it. Again, I'm just going off of the science I've read. At this point, it is widely believed that surfaces are not a significant transmitter of this. I don't know exactly what the fogging will involve. The Manatee County Department of Health epidemiologists are now on site initiating contact tracing. Our offices will open for regular business on 8 a.m. on Monday. And they also said when our offices reopen, COVID-19 safety protocols will resume, including mandatory face masks. I think they had taken those away, and now they're reinstating them again. Anyways, back to the article. So this outbreak in the Manatee County government of Florida has killed 2 IT staffers and hospitalized 3 others. And according to the article, there's 6 people in the IT staff, and 2 dead and 3 hospitalized. County Administrator Scott Hope says it's been devastating to staff and it's been difficult for the organization. He said the SARS virus, I think he's calling it's the official name of the I forget what the official name. It's where is it? SARS-CoV-2. That's the virus. SARS-CoV-2. So the county official says basically the coronavirus, the SARS-CoV-2 virus, is still in our community and the vaccine protects people. On Monday, now look at this. On Monday, 1 of 4 IT staffers who had been hospitalized with COVID died. according to this county official. Then a fifth IT staffer who went to the doctor on Wednesday died at home on Thursday from COVID. One staffer in the department who worked closely with the other 5 and didn't contract the coronavirus was vaccinated. All 5 who contracted the virus had a sore throat as their initial primary complaint. These were not elderly employees, said the administrator. These were not elderly employees. So it says one staffer in the department who worked closely with the other 5 and didn't contract the virus was vaccinated. I don't know what the vaccination status of the 5 people who were, of the 2 who were the 3 who were hospitalized and the 2 who died were. I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't vaccinated, but I don't know that for sure. It's interesting, the way this is written is a little different before. The original quote in the article was, I'll read it to you, because I copied and pasted it. The original quote in the article was, the only staffer in the department who didn't contract the virus was vaccinated. That's what the article said. And now it says, one staffer in the department who worked closely with the other 5 and didn't contract the virus was vaccinated. So I don't know, there may have been other staffers who worked there. It's a little weird because the wording has changed. It doesn't say the one staffer. Earlier it said that there was one other staffer. Now this is new information. I actually, this article has been updated. Both staffers who died, a man and a woman, were in their 50s. Those who were hospitalized were as young as in their late 30s, according to Hopes, causing him concern we could be seeing one of the stronger variants in these cases. Oh, they might not even know which variant. Maybe they haven't done the testing to figure out which variant it is. So both of the IT workers who died, a man and a woman, were in their 50s. Okay. As many as 700 people work in the building each day. Blah, 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 blah. Now this is, I haven't seen this. Again, the article's been updated since I last saw it. As of tonight, the outbreak is believed to be contained to employees who work for the IT department, which is located on the 7th floor of the 9-story Manatee County Administration building. Interesting. The closure of the building and the newly reinstated safety protocols didn't come until Friday because that's when county leaders learned of the second employee's death. We confirmed the first employee who died had not been in the building for a couple weeks since he tested positive. But finding out today that we had another death, and I was not aware of the other cases and hospitalizations until I got the data today. Let's see here. On Friday, one county commissioner who hadn't been interested in the vaccine left Hope's office and immediately went to get vaccinated, according to Hope's. County staff are now being encouraged to receive the vaccine. So it's certainly condolences to the families of the 2 people who died, 2 people in their 50s, and thoughts with the 3 people who've been hospitalized, all from the IT department. This is in Manatee County, Florida. So our viewer Brightstar says, I bet they have the new variant. Really bad news, that one more contagious. Yeah, the Delta variant, which was originally prominent in India, is believed to be a lot more contagious than the original common strain of the virus, strains of the virus, and then also even more contagious than the so-called UK variant. And we read an article saying like a couple days ago that there was an estimate recently that about 10% of the cases in the U.S. were the Delta variant. So I don't know what these people had, but it would not be surprising if it turned out they had the Delta variant. It's possible that the Delta variant is also, more harmful to people too. I don't know that that's been ascertained, though. Definitely spreads faster, though, according to the research. So, this is concerning, and I hope we don't see more stories like this. But this is again, one IT department, 2 people dead and 3 people hospitalized. And not, as they said, not elderly people. The 2 people dead are in their 50s. Darth Tater says, I work in IT. This isn't cool. Devotee says, closed office environments are not good. I don't know, who knows, maybe a bunch of these people were working right next to each other, in a small room. That I don't know what their work situation is. So I'm going to be looking and seeing. I want to see. I hope we don't, but it's anticipated more that the Delta variant will become more and more prominent in the U.S. And I just hope we don't see these kind of local stories with these local outbreaks, with people dying and going to the hospital, a bunch of people. Let me take some more comments here. Diana L. says, Delta variant is increasing in U.S. Margot says, a variant of great concern. Oh, hold on a second here. I have to delete some nonsense from the chat. Kevin Bryan Stedman hopes everybody stays safe through these troubled times. Fungi says, can someone who has been vaccinated still get COVID and spread it? I don't. From everything I've read, the vaccines are not supposed to be 100% prevented. They're definitely not 100% guarantee you don't get sick, but they make it a lot less likely that you get sick or die from COVID. But you can still test positive. You can still get sick, and so you can still in theory give it to somebody else. But it makes it a lot less likely. And apparently, it's the research. There's research, the research suggests it reduces transmission, but it doesn't make it impossible for you to get. It doesn't make it impossible for you to give to somebody else. Hold on a second. Now I have to do this. Maddie Mag says, immunologists expect vaccines that protect against viral illnesses to also reduce transmission of the virus, but it's actually tricky to figure out for sure if vaccinated people are not spreading it. Our viewer, Me Betty Boop, says, I played the odds and got vaccinated. So this is really, it's I don't know if I've heard recently of another outbreak like this. And again, I'm interested in seeing if I hope we don't, but I'm interested in seeing if there's going to be more of these. This is pretty serious. So again, not to go over the whole thing again, but this is in Manatee County, Florida, which includes Bradenton, which is near St. Pete and Tampa. And they have had an outbreak in the local government, the county government, where in this IT department, 2 people in their 50s have died and 3 people, some as young as in their 30s, have been hospitalized, all in the IT department. from this new outbreak. Darren Markley said, I would say now is not the time to let our guard down. We don't want to go backwards. Skylar Vailco thinks we will see many more of these. I hope not. Okay. What's anything else about this? Oops. I just wanted to see if there's any other like local reporting about this. That's the best article I've seen about it. The one in the Bradenton newspaper there. Well, I'll keep an eye on it. Brandy Janie says, has it been determined how long the Pfizer, et cetera, are good? No, we don't know if people will be recommended to have a booster shot or not yet. And if so, when that will be. Not clear yet. Okay, so this is interesting. Yeah, I'm seeing like articles like this, and it makes sense. This is an article from BuzzFeed News from yesterday, but it says the Delta variant could create two Americas of COVID, experts warn. If you're fully vaccinated, you are most likely to be safe. But in parts of the U.S. where few people have gotten COVID vaccine shots, the Delta variant could trigger renewed deadly surges. The Delta variant, which devastated India and forced the UK to delay lifting its remaining coronavirus restrictions, is now on the rise in the U.S. What that means depends on whether you're fully vaccinated and where you live. For you in the U.S. Experts say we may be about to see the emergence of two Americas of COVID. One with high rates of vaccination, where the Delta variant poses little threat, and the other with low levels of vaccination that will be vulnerable to renewed deadly surges. Peter Hotez, who's with Baylor College of Medicine, says, I call it two COVID nations. Wherever there are low rates of vaccination, the virus will continue to circulate and mutate, increasing the risk that new, more dangerous variants will emerge. The Delta variant was first discovered in India. It has spread more to 80 countries worldwide. CDC is calling it a variant of concern. Yeah, data from Public Health England indicate the Delta variant is between 40 and 60% more transmissible than the Alpha variant, which is also known as the UK variant. And that in itself was significantly more transmissible than the original common variants. Okay. There are also hints that the Delta variant may cause more serious disease. A study of cases in Scotland published this week found the risk of hospital admission with the Delta variant was roughly doubled compared to people infected with the Alpha variant. In the U.S., the Delta variant now seems to be spreading more quickly than the Alpha variant at a similar stage in its climb to dominance, according to data from Outbreak.info. He says days since variant reached 5%. And this shows the Alpha variant, also known as the UK variant, how many percentage of people it affected over time, the percentage of cases it was taking up in the US. And then Delta is taking up more and more percentage of the cases even faster than the Alpha variant did. Okay. Health experts say the U.S. could largely protect itself against the Delta variant by quickly boosting rates of vaccination, which have slowed in recent months. Given the expected speed of the Delta variant spread and the fact that one vaccine dose isn't enough to provide good protection, you need the full vaccination for this, for good protection from the Delta variant. Deciding to delay vaccination is risky. The chair of the Department of Medicine at UCal San Francisco said some of those people are going to get a nasty surprise. So we'll see what happens in the U.S. But I'm really concerned about these smaller outbreaks in places where people are not vaccinated. Give me a shout out, look on Twitter. Recyclops says UK numbers are concerning right now. The UK numbers are interesting, but I think it's important to have perspective about them, right? So, on the one hand, let me show you this. You see this is from BNO today. Delta variant now accounts for 99%. That's not what I wanted to show you. I want to show you something else. Where is it here? Right. So on the one hand, you look at this. This is from yesterday. And it says, BNO Newsroom, new cases in UK continue to rise up from 49% from last week. And you might be like, oh my gosh, it's getting as bad as it was. But it's nowhere near as bad as it was. New deaths, 19. In the UK yesterday, new deaths 19. Look at the numbers from the UK. We'll go to Worldometer. Look at the numbers from the UK. I mean, it's so much better than it was because so many people got vaccinated. Look at daily deaths. Okay, so you go to November it was like 500 a day, and December you get over 1,000 a day. By February it's getting up to about 1,500 a day. And it was still in the hundreds as of the spring. And yesterday it was 19. 19. That's a lot better than it was. Similarly, they had 11,000 cases new, and you can see the cases have gone up recently in the UK. But just for some perspective here, it's nowhere near where it was at its height. So it's concerning, but at the same time, there's very good news in that 19 people died. That was the new number yesterday, compared to all these numbers in the past. They have almost half their population with 2 doses. Danielle says death lag cases, no. But also remember this. I'm assuming in the UK that a very good percentage of I'm assuming in the UK more older people than younger people are vaccinated, right? So if that's the case, then, if a younger population is driving the new cases in the UK, then they should be seeing fewer deaths per case than they did before, because the people who died the most, the people who died with the highest percentage of frequency were the older people. So in countries where a lot of people, where a decent amount of the population has been vaccinated, that's going to, keep things to a certain degree under control. But then the worry is that among these unvaccinated pockets of people, you have this very dangerous Delta variant spreading around. Oh, hold on a second. I have to hide somebody for posting misinformation. Yeah, if you post anti-vax misinformation, just take it to the Crazy Nutty People channel, Crazy Nutty Anti-Vaxxer channel. I will hide you as soon as I see it. No timeout, you're just hidden. It's garbage. I don't know what it's going to, so I don't know how many of these, smaller outbreaks we're going to start seeing in the U.S. Well, I'll be keeping an eye on it. Hey, a quick thank you, by the way, to Brandon Johnson. Brandon, I appreciate your support. Brandon says you cannot let your guard down thinking the pandemic is 100% over. Brandon, thanks so much for your support, Brandon Johnson. Brenda Tackaberry says, I read this morning that shipments from China could be delayed because they are getting a deadly wave of the new COVID. I don't think there's some huge new wave in China. I think maybe they're having some new cases and, taking big action to, stop a new outbreak there. I think I read something about that a few days ago, but I don't believe it's like a huge... Here it is right here. It's like a huge outbreak. I mean, they tend to be pretty on top of it there in terms of taking strong action when they see case numbers rising. This is from Yahoo Finance. New outbreak in China threatens to delay shipments in America's largest port. Fresh outbreaks in southern China are threatening to create new bottlenecks at America's largest port again. Port of Los Angeles director said he expected to see a little bit of a lull. Blah, 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 blah. China reported just 20 new virus cases on Thursday. While that number remains below the country's peak last year, concerns about an outbreak linked to the Delta variant have led to strict lockdowns in the vital industrial province of Guangdong. That has contributed to massive shipping delays in major Chinese ports. But again, from China, compared to some other places, they will lock down after a much smaller number of cases. So I haven't heard of any kind of like major giant outbreak in China. Okay. All right, so we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see here. Sim is wondering if people will need a new vaccine. Not right, as of right now, it doesn't look like the people will need like some kind of new vaccine rather than just a booster shot of the same vaccine, but it just depends on how, if you might have new variants that would require a new updated vaccine. So I haven't heard yet that there's a new I mean, again, the current vaccines work pretty well according to the data on the current major variants. But who knows? Maybe at some point, if there's more, I hope there's not more. There's variants that are dangerous enough, and if there's variants that the vaccines don't work on, then you might have to have a different kind of vaccine or an updated vaccine. Okay. Hey, a quick thank you to Kenneth Colton. Thanks so much, Kenneth Colton, for your support. That's very kind of you, Kenneth Colton. And thanks, Kenneth, for shouting out the mods. And also Chris Wright. Hey, Chris, thank you, Chris Wright. That's very kind of you. And Chris, thank you for shouting out the mods as well. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I'm going to start hiding some other people. Now we have the people coming in with the toxic political garbage. You can take that to the toxic, nutty political garbage channel. That's the channel you can go to. Paul Samsey says, I lost a relative to COVID this February. He was 67. I'm very sorry to hear that. He said his daughter has been invited to get her first dose today of the vaccine. Nice. Okay. I want to do a quick check on the Willow fire. I want to do that in a second. There's not much information on it. There's this fire that's been growing in Big Sur today, which is like south of San Francisco, the Willow fire. But there's not much information on it. Let me show you California Fire Scanner. That's a great account. Let's see what they have to say about it. They say, this was an hour ago. Little by way of updates on the Willow fire recently, which is pretty typical for fires in this area. Might hear more after they've done the recon flight, which is happening shortly, if not now. So this fire has grown today. Let me show you a little more about this. I just got to go to, let me go to Cal Fire. Cal Fire. I'm guessing the Willow Fire is on here. Willow, there it is, Willow Fire. Oh, not a Cal Fire incident. Oh. Not a Cal Fire incident. Contact the administrative unit. I don't know whose incident that is. Hang on a second here. Their Cal Fire is not the one overseeing it. Let's see. Here's an article here. Willow fire burned 750 acres near Big Sur in Monterey County. Evacuations ordered. A wildfire burning in the Los Padres National Forest near Big Sur has grown today, prompting evacuations. This is from CBS San Francisco. This fire broke out and last night. The fire has burned at least 750 acres and is 0% contained. Officials said this afternoon the fire is burning in steep, rugged, and brushy terrain that's accessible only by hiking in. Weather conditions are hot and dry, with temperatures hovering around 100 degrees with low humidity levels. Around 300 firefighters are on the ground. Fixed-wing aircraft and water-dropping helicopters have been brought in to assist firefighting effort. I'm going to check out flight radar and see where the aircraft are. And we probably can see the... I'm going to check on the radar and see what we can see about that as well. Ooh, hold on a second here. See, this was a few hours ago. It says, we see on Goes West imagery a rapid billowing of the smoke plume, followed by the moment it began to cap out. Can I make this bigger? It's like here, right? I assume. Let's look here. So Big Sur Big Sur's down here. We're talking like south of San Francisco, south of San Jose. I would like to get a Willow Fire map so I can see exactly what I'm looking at here. Where is Los Padres National Forest? Los Padres National Forest. Does it come up? Oh, Los Padres National Forest. I'm not sure. I got to find out exactly where it is. Let's look up the. Let's look on the radar. Radar. Okay, we want reflectivity, and we'll go zoom out a little bit. We'll go over here. We'll go south of San Jose. Here, get the San Jose radar on there. What do we see? Oh, it must. It's in here, I bet. See, it says. Hold on. See, there's Santa Cruz there. There's Salinas. There's San Jose up there. I'm guessing it's right here. I think. I think that's it. It's near Big Sur. Let's see if we go back here. Yeah, that looks right here. And then, hang on. This was posted by Los Padres National Forest. The Willow fire started at 8:10 p.m. last night. The fire's project, it's now 750 acres. It's currently burning in the Ventana Wilderness northwest of the Arroyo Seco Recreation Area, close to the Tasahara Zen Center. Ooh, there's a map right there. Near Willow Springs, it says. Near Tasahara Creek. Can I find Willow Springs on our map? It's not showing up. Tasahara Zen Mountain Center. There's the Zen Mountain Center. Right, they said it's close to the Tasahara Zen Center. Okay. So that's basically where it is right there, south of San Jose. It's not that, it's not that populated in there, right? It's not like there's no huge, if just looking in this area, right? It's not very, fortunately it's not densely settled. I mean, there are buildings there. If you start zooming in, you see there's a couple houses there. There's houses in the area, but it's not like near a big city, which is good. Give me a shout. Let me know your comments. At Lugner. Jay says Big Sur is central by the coast. Cryptician says it's 116 in Phoenix right now, but nothing is burning. Cryptician says the Tasahara Zen Center is a Buddhist meditation retreat where people go to experience days of peace away from the rest of hustle and bustle society. Laura Chase says so much dry fuel for those fires to thrive. But not, I was going to check flight radar. If we check flight radar, we might see the that's what I should have done first. If I had just done that, because then if we see the firefighting aircraft, well, then we know. First of all, I have to turn off volcanoes. How do I turn off volcanoes? Let me turn off the volcanoes. Hang on, folks. I'm turning off the volcanoes. Why is that on? Settings. Oh, now it's off. Good. Sorry. Here we go. Okay, so we'll go in here. We're on flight radar 24, right? I'm going to go down here. South of San Jose. It's probably in here. No? Not seeing any aircraft over it right now. If I'm looking in the right place. Oh, down here. Is it down here? Oh, Big Sur. No, it's down here. I got it. So San Jose's up here. It's down here. There's Big Sur. It's going to be here somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see if I can find a plane circling around. There it is. This is what I needed to do. That is probably an observation plane. I can pretty much guarantee you that is an observation plane. See? So we're talking about, there's San Jose up there. And there it is. I presume that is where the fire is. They had other planes fighting it. Oh, here's a tanker. See, this is a tanker right here. And that tanker, I bet, is going to make a drop. Where is that coming from? All the way down here? Paso Robles? Yeah, maybe a problem is that there's no airport right near there for these tankers to come in and make a drop. But see, that's a tanker right there. And I'm guessing it's going to go over there and make a drop and then go back and pick up some more. Cal Fire tanker. What's this one? That's nothing. I'm not seeing any other fighter fighting aircraft out there at the moment. Okay. Laura Chase says, if you search Willow Fire on Twitter, it brings up the latest on the fire. Yeah, I've seen, I know, the thing is, Cal Fire Scanner is usually, they're pretty on top of it. So I can find, I just don't know, I can find other tweets about it. I just don't know if there's, big new information. Because usually if there's like a big update, California Fire Scanner account posts it. Now there is a new evacuation warning, but again, this is a pretty sparsely settled area. This is from Manatee County Office of Emergency Services. So if you are in the area, there's the evacuation. I guess it says order is in red, and yellow is evacuation order is in red. An evacuation warning is in yellow. And I wonder if I can change this to satellite. Select. What's this one? Layer. That's not really helping me. Anyways. My location. Some of these, maybe this is it. Why can I not? Roads? It's not letting me mess with. Sometimes with these, you could change it to a satellite view rather than the terrain view. I don't know how to do it with this one. It doesn't seem to be giving me the option. Change base map. Oh, here we go. That's what I wanted to do. It did let me do it. So you can see this is the evacuation, the mandatory evacuation area. There's not that many buildings in there, right? I'm just going over it. I'm guessing there's some, but you can see it's pretty sparsely populated and sparsely settled there. Anyways. I think that's the biggest new fire. Hey, a quick thank you to Carlos Rosa Realtor, by the way. Thank you, Carlos Rosa Realtor, for your support. And also thank you, Brainy Janie. Hey, that's very nice of you, Brainy Janie. Thank you, Brainy Janie. Oh, consultant mentioned Moscow. We were talking about the virus before. I should mention, a couple of our viewers have mentioned this. In Moscow, the virus's situation is not great at all. A lot of people in Russia are not getting vaccinated. See, this is from yesterday, Moscow Times. Moscow reported its highest ever number of new cases on Friday. The city's health authorities warned new aggressive mutations of the virus were spreading at an alarming pace. And from the reporting I've seen, a lot of people are not getting vaccinated in Russia. The This is Moscow Times. Coronavirus infections in Moscow hit record high. The mayor moved to extend a limited number of restrictions in the capital. But, it's not like they're not on lockdown or anything. Canceled mass events with over 1,000 participants. The mayor said it's most likely we are facing new, more aggressive variants which spread more quickly. I assume that means the Delta variant. It's tripling. There's an enormous dynamic we have not seen during the previous waves. Oh, the mayor of Moscow said the Delta variant first detected in India now accounted for nearly 90% of new infections in Moscow. A mandatory vaccination campaign for service sector workers has been announced in Moscow. About 15% of the population of Moscow has at least one dose. That's not very high. That's not 15% fully vaccinated. That's 15% with at least one dose. So worth keeping an eye on that too. Jacques thinks it'll be catastrophic in Moscow. See, I think one issue is that if people haven't been keeping up, they might not realize that there's they might not realize there's this new, very rapidly spreading variant that's out there. Someone might figure, well, I'm fine because I didn't get it, so far. But, if you didn't get it so far, it doesn't you haven't gotten it, but that doesn't mean you won't get it in the future. Especially if there's this new, more transmissible variant out there, and you're interacting with other people more. Jay says in Moscow is using Sputnik, which has poor protection. I don't know about the Sputnik protection for the Delta variant. I don't even know if there's good research on that. Hang on one second here. EPAN said Dave Portnoy had his account suspended on Twitter. I hadn't heard that. Is that true? I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, Dave Portnoy from Def Noodle. Yeah, so I'm seeing this reported a lot of places. I don't know why this happened. Def Noodle says Dave Portnoy from Barstool Sports and co-host of the BFS podcast gets suspended on Twitter. He has a very big account. He's a very big Twitter account. I don't know exactly how many followers he has. 2.5 million followers. There you go. So I don't know the reason for it. Yeah, there's no reporting right now on why that is. It's interesting. I Googled him and this came up. This came up from a week ago. He was dining with the Twitter CEO. Dave Portnoy sent social media into a tizzy about a couple weeks ago, it looks like, when he posted a picture with Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey. So I guess he ate with Jack Dorsey, the head of Twitter. It looks like a couple weeks ago. But so I can't tell you what that's all about. GK says probably related to something with crypto. I know he posts about crypto some. I'm not very familiar with this account, but I've seen him post about crypto. But I just don't know. So anyways, if you hear more about this, let me know. Hey, thanks Montpelier3 for your support. Thank you, Montpelier. Thanks to our moderators too. Really appreciate it. Linda Belk is moderating over there on Twitter. Thank you, Linda. Linda does not know who Dave Portnoy is. That's all right. Thank you, Linda, for moderating. Lady Edith, Sarah Joy. They're moderating too. Thank you. Short Stack, thank you for moderating. Let's see here. Bastion Girl, Duxor, Ellieborn, Maddie Mags, Papa Bear, Sully. They're all moderating. Thank you. Betty Nelson says, our cases are at 174 new yesterday in all of Michigan. That's 2 weeks after the Memorial Day. Fingers crossed, lots of people traveled in state. Okay. David's hair says, I never thought I would see Dave Portnoy get suspended on Twitter. I watched his stream today. Stuart Paul Newby sent me something. He sent me... What did Stuart send me? I saw it before, Stuart, and now I can't find it. Where is it here? I thought I saw Stuart, or did he send it to me in Facebook? Is that where he sent it to me? I thought I saw Stuart send it to me something about the how one dose of the vaccine works. I can't find it anymore, Stuart. I don't know where it went. Stuart also said, until we are all protected, the virus has a chance to mutate to be weaker or stronger. Wish England could play football. That's from Stuart. No, Michelle, I haven't talked about the possible tropical storm. It's not a tropical storm yet. It's not supposed to become a hurricane. We'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, I still haven't seen anything about why Dave Portnoy's account got suspended. Okay, just to update you on the situation with, this potential tropical cyclone. So it's not even a tropical cyclone yet. It's a disturbance. So it's supposed to end up being a tropical storm. And it's supposed to be it's supposed to become a tropical storm and make landfall, I guess, tonight into tomorrow morning. Oh, see, current max sustained wind is 45. So the wind is fast enough for it to be a tropical storm, but I guess it's not. I don't know the exact difference between tropical storm and, I don't know, for a tropical cyclone, to be a tropical storm, it needs to be a tropical cyclone. To be a tropical cyclone, it's got to have there are certain features it needs to have. So if you look up like tropical cyclone, no definition. A tropical cyclone is a rotating low-pressure weather system that has organized thunderstorms but no fronts. It's like there's this technical definition of it. And so for whatever reason, it's not officially a tropical storm yet. But it's supposed to become one. Because they're not calling it tropical storm. They're calling it potential tropical cyclone. But it's, again, you can see that that's 7 p.m. tonight. I should look at the radar. There's probably a lot of rain going on. Let's check out the radar like near Louisiana. Here we go. Radar. Not seeing so much at the moment. Is that because of the radar? Let's try a different radar. Oh, there's more over there. There you go. I presume that's rain coming from this storm system. Let's go to tropical tidbits. We'll check out tropical tidbits. That was radar scope. Here, tropical tidbits. We'll get the satellite shot in the storms, potential tropical cyclone 3. Here's the satellite. It's not particularly well organized. Maybe that's why it's not a tropical cyclone yet. Something to do with that. You can see there's Louisiana here. And then in terms of, this is the intensity guidance. So this is a bunch of different models that predict how strong the storm will get. None of the models have it getting to hurricane force winds. And let me just show you what the National Hurricane Center predicts. So they have, they'll show you here, where is it here? Blah, 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 blah. For public advisory. No, we want forecast discussion. See, it says the winds, but it says it's going to be 45 miles an hour, which it is right now. The winds aren't really supposed to strengthen at all. The system is expected to produce heavy rainfall and considerable flash urban and small stream flooding tonight and through the weekend along the central Gulf Coast. Okay? And then it says, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. It has not been named a tropical storm yet, since its center is still ill-defined and broad as evidence in the Air Force Hurricane Hunter data and surface observations. So until it gets a certain degree, it looks like, of organization, they're not going to call it a tropical storm. Regardless of its status, heavy rains and tropical storm force winds are spreading across portions of the northern Gulf Coast. And these will spread inland tonight. Okay. Significant intensification is not expected due to the cyclone's broad and asymmetric structure and ongoing west-southwesterly vertical wind shear. Wind shear is not good for tropical storms and hurricanes. Wind shear is when you have the wind moving at different directions at different heights. And it breaks up, it doesn't let them get organized. Breaks up the organization. And then it says here, in terms of the amount of rainfall, Storm surge, some places 2 to 3 feet. Some places 1 to 2 feet. And then rainfall, 4 to 8 inches with isolated maximum amounts of 12 inches. Central Gulf Coast. There's actually a rainfall map here. This is National Hurricane Center. Rainfall potential here. Red is 10 to 15. Orange is 6 to 10. Ooh, it looks like they're going to get a lot of rain in the panhandle of Florida, western panhandle, and Mississippi and Alabama coast. Louise says, so far, nothing too intense in New Orleans. Elijah Newhouse says, looks like a lot of rain for sure. Aries Pjork says, weak. You know, about 4 or 5 days ago, some of the models were saying this might become a hurricane. It just never really strengthened much. Madison says, dangerous beach conditions in Panhandle per the Weather Channel. They will be covering it live probably till 1 a.m. EST tonight. Hey, thanks Daniel Boberson for your support. Daniel says, thanks for the current coverage on COVID and variants needs to be watched. Thank you, Daniel. Linda Belk says it's going to be a huge rain event. Oh, by the way, Lynn Halifax is getting her second shot soon. Very nice, Lynn Halifax. Yeah, and this is not, I mean, it's not going to linger, you know. It's by 1 p.m. tomorrow here, by 1 a.m. Sunday here. So it's not going to sit and just continue dumping rain. But here is the, there's current radar. I don't know if any of this is going to be, it's Mobile radar will be here. Yeah, so you can see, what I'll need to, I want to get a composite radar. Each radar only sees so far. So I'll get you a composite radar where you can see like where it's raining in total. We'll go to Wonder Map for the composite radar. This rain map will be made up of individual radars and it combines them. So yeah, see there, right there. This is Wonder Map. Oops. I'm in here. I'm in Central Florida, in Orlando. Missing us. So fortunately, this did not become a hurricane. All right, give me a shout if you have comments, updates, questions at Lookner on Twitter. Hang on one second here. Let's see here. Hold on one second here. Yeah, B&O very nicely just messaged me about Moscow, the situation there. They had we were just talking about this. They reminded me they had posted this. We read you something, I think from the Moscow Times, saying this, that the mayor said 89% of new cases in Moscow are caused by the Delta variant. So B&O at B&O Desk is a really good great account. In general to follow for news, but also for the virus stuff. Thanks, B&O. Oh, this is interesting. So EPAN says he's wondering if this is why Dave Portnoy got suspended from Twitter. So this is Barrett Media, and it's from yesterday, and it says that Dave Portnoy posted on Twitter recently. It's probably not there now because he's been suspended. Yeah. It says he posted on Twitter, "Hey Charles Barkley, I have $60 million laying around. I pledge that if Charles Barkley works for me, he can call the women of San Antonio fat and gross as much as he wants." So I wonder if that, I have no idea. I wonder if that, supposedly that was recent, that tweet, but I don't know if that's why he got suspended. Don't know. Oh, the Arizona shooting we talked about yesterday. I don't know. I'll check and see if there's any big updates. There's no motive. I saw a report that they released a photo of the suspect, which I'm not going to show. But I don't believe there's any motive yet in that shooting. Hang on one sec. By the way, so, excuse me. You're watching Agenda-Free TV, and if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching Agenda-Free TV too. So just a heads up, hang on one second here. For those watching on YouTube, I have 2 news channels on YouTube. This one you're watching is Agenda-Free TV 2 because this is where we do the news roundups. When there's a single big story, I almost always cover that on my main news channel, Agenda-Free TV. So just there's a heads up, there are 2 news channels on YouTube only. The other platforms, there's just 1 news channel, Agenda-Free TV. But on YouTube, you're watching Agenda-Free TV 2, but if you like the broadcast, you subscribe to Agenda-Free TV. Also, I have another channel called Lookner, which is just my personal channel, where I do some live streams that are not about news when there's not much news. So we've been doing a bunch of these lately because it's been a bit lighter, a little lighter news-wise lately. So that's only on YouTube. Just so you know, you can always find my channels on YouTube by just clicking the channels tab on any one of the channels, and then you can find the other 2. Benjamin says, "I was wondering where you were the last couple weeks." Oh, well, I've been here and on my personal channel. Our viewer, Shannon O'Hara Spears, speaking about that potential tropical storm, says, "I'm preparing for the weather system. I'm in the path in the Columbus, Georgia, Phoenix City area, and I've taken action. I've lowered my outdoor umbrella. But Riverwalk may flood again, so I will get good photos and send your way. Thank you. Life is so sweltering. I'm excited we may have wind and rain. Stay safe, Shannon O'Hara Spears." Helene Bamus says they are expecting a lot of rain more than wind. They are worried about flooding from the storm. Maddie Maggs is in Seminole County. Okay, I wanted to check and see if there's any updates on tornado warning. I should mention this too. There's a tornado watch. I think was it Indiana and Ohio. Here, look. Hang on a second. Let me show you tornado warning. There is a tornado warning in Indiana right now. Let's do this. We're going to radar scope. Now, why is this? What's wrong here? This is misbehaving. What is it doing? Am I not signed in? I must not be signed in. Because, no. Oh, I know what happened. I know what happened. Hang on, guys. Hang on 1 second here. It hasn't upgraded my subscription on this. So here's what I need to do. Why is it? What is going on here? Where's my radar scope? Now it's working. Radar scope is working. Breaking news, radar scope is working. Okay. Okay, here we go. So we have this tornado warning. I want to get super res velocity. Ooh. This is in Indiana, north of Bloomington. Right here. There may be a tornado right here. That's the area they're worried about. See, there's Bloomington, Indiana, right there. But Bloomington, it doesn't look like, I don't think Bloomington is in the warning area. It's right next to it. Is there any debris? Let's look on the right there. Correlation coefficient. I'm not seeing like a blue circular area. You're looking for tornado debris on the right. It's certainly stormy weather there. You can see tornado warning, it says. A tornado warning remains in effect. Radar indicated rotation. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing tornado was located 12 miles north of Bloomington. And that was 3 minutes ago. Let me also check. I'll show you the tornado watch. There's a tornado watch for parts of Indiana and Ohio until 11 p.m., including Dayton. Is this the only one right now? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, the yellow is tornado warning. Tornado watch, I'm sorry, right there. Some of Ohio and Indiana. That's it. Benjamin says a person went on a killing spree in Oregon today. I did not hear that. KDK is watching from Bloomington, Indiana. Stay safe there. Is this what you're talking about here? 3 killed, suspects stopped after Oregon hit-and-run shooting. This is from Bowling Green Daily News. A suspect believed to have killed 3 people in a wave of violence that included a hit-and-run crash and a shooting at a pot shop in a small Oregon city. A person was killed by a pickup truck. Okay. Then police received reports of gunshots at a pot shop where a person was killed. Police believe the same person was responsible for both these things. Then police went to the RV park to search a trailer that was registered to the same person as who was driving the truck and found a body believed to belong to the owner of both. The owner of both? Oh. So this person, so basically a person ran into somebody. This is the suspect, I guess. This is a suspect. A suspect ran into somebody and killed him with a truck, and then they shot somebody and killed him in a pot shop, and then the owner of the truck was found dead as well. So it looks like maybe a single person did all of this. That's kind of scary. A witness told investigators the driver of the truck appeared to be armed with a handgun at the time of the crash and had run into the woods. Law enforcement agencies were conducting a manhunt in the woods, said Frazier. Where is this? This is Small Oregon city. Coos County. North Bend. North Bend, Oregon. Looks like that's where it is. Or is it North Bend, Washington? No, there's a North Bend, Oregon. Yes, North Bend, Oregon is where this is. City of about 10,000 people. Southwestern Oregon. I had not heard about this. I had not heard about it. I don't know what's going on with that. Crypticians said they set their truck on fire. Crazy. Yeah, it says here that the police began searching for a pickup truck. The truck had crashed and then been set on fire. Well, not good. It's actually a national story. 3 killed, suspects sought after Oregon hit and run, shooting. That's from AP. Thanks for letting me know. That's not good. Ellie Bourne says Coos Bay on the coast. I wanted to check out the Arizona story. So yesterday, there was this terrible incident where a guy drove around shooting people in Arizona, northeast of Phoenix. And four people were shot, 13 total injured, and 1 died. I'm going to try to not show the guy's... I'm not going to read the guy's name. Okay, let's see here. Arizona family says the suspect has been charged with multiple counts of aggravated assault and drive-by shooting. Police are still working to determine the motive. The suspect was, I believe, 19 years old. The next update says Peoria police will be Monday. I'll see if I can find any other information. I'll retweet out. The Peoria police posted a picture of the shooter, a mugshot, and then they said also he's 19 years old and the motive is still unknown. Oh, and then this is the car I guess he used. I'm assuming, because that was posted yesterday by Peoria police. I'm assuming that's the car. Peoria, Arizona, this is. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know if it specifically says in here. I'm assuming that's the car. Hang on. This says ABC 15, 19-year-old suspect held, 19, facing multiple charges, held on $1 million bond in shooting spree. Over the span of 90 minutes, he fired bullets at multiple people, seemingly at random. Okay. Police have not released the identities of any of the victims involved. Now this says, according to police reports, the violent spree began with an incident Wednesday at 6 p.m. So most of it was yesterday, but there was Wednesday at 6 p.m., a man reported to police that the suspect had exited his store, Circle K, and saw him on his phone inside his vehicle, and then he chambered a round in what appeared to be an assault rifle before pointing it at the victim. When he threatened to call police, the suspect left the parking lot, and the victim drove in the same direction. Then the suspect reportedly pulled out his gun and fired a shot but did not hit the victim's car, and then he drove away. Wow. So this actually started, according to the article, before the whole spree yesterday, there was this incident on Wednesday night, Wednesday at 6 p.m. I had not heard that. So he fired a gun at somebody supposedly on Wednesday night, and then Thursday he started going around and firing at more people. Yeah, Thursday at 11 is when police received multiple reports of shots, and then I think between around 11 and noon, I think it was around 90 minutes between roughly 11 and 12:30 daytime on Thursdays when most of it happened. But I had not heard about this Wednesday evening thing. Really odd. So the idea is, I guess he shot at somebody, and then I don't know if he went to sleep, and then the next day is when the big spree was. Diana says, "Why didn't police get him then?" Well, I don't know. I don't know what police knew then. I'm guessing police didn't know who he was. It's so odd. Let me see if there's did they post something about this? Let's see. Blah 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 blah. This is Peoria Police Facebook page. The victims, I don't know if this, I guess all the people who were injured range from 19 to 56 and are males and females of various races. A 3-year-old child was shot in one of the vehicles that was hit, but was thankfully not struck or injured. A 3-year-old child was in one of the victim vehicles that was shot at, but was thankfully not struck or injured. The person who died was a 56-year-old male. They will release more updates on Monday. His motive is still unknown. Sarah Joy says, sounds targeted, not random. Well, I mean, the first person who was shot didn't know him, it seemed like. It seemed like this guy was just in a Circle K on Wednesday night. And then, the guy was sitting outside a Circle K, and then the suspect walked out of Circle K, saw him, then put a gun in what appeared to be an assault rifle and pointed it at him. And then the guy on the phone threatened to call the police. And he could have been killed, that guy. And then the suspect left the parking lot. And I guess I don't know if the vehicle, maybe the guy drove after him because he wanted to get his license plate or something. I'm not sure. But then the suspect reportedly pulled out his gun and fired a shot. What an odd thing. Yes, Madison, a number of people were injured by things like shrapnel. Most of the people injured were not shot. 4 people were shot. 1 person was killed. 13 injured. Paul says, is there any updates on the UFO report yet? Which UFO report you're talking about? So whenever somebody brings this up, I say, no, there were not aliens that came and visited us. But I'm not sure which specific thing you're talking about. Is it this? CNN government UFO report is the product of years of military infighting over whether to take sightings seriously. Again, it's not aliens. I am confident about that. Even as sightings of unexplainable objects rose into the hundreds, Pentagon officials wrestled with how much time and resources to devote to investigating them. U.S. Documents and interviews depict a U.S. military and intelligence community that struggled over how to remove the issue from the world of science fiction and consider its actual national security implications. For most serious people inside the Pentagon studying the strange incidents, says CNN, the former officials, the investigation is not about proving whether or not aliens are visiting Earth and buzzing Navy pilots. Rather, it's about trying to understand what is behind these otherwise unexplainable encounters in U.S. airspace. In particular, some officials are concerned that there might be some kind of next-gen technology. There might be some kind of next-gen technology deployed by Russia or China. One administration official noted that many of the incidents in the Pentagon's database of encounters will likely turn out to have multiple causes, a strange weather anomaly combined with a weather balloon sighting on the horizon, for example, but some could eventually turn out to be adversaries operating in U.S. airspace. That's the CNN article. You can read more about it there. But members of the House Intelligence Committee received a classified briefing on Wednesday morning on one of the root controversial topics circulating in Washington today, UFOs. Michelle says, I can't wait for breaking news when it actually is aliens. Give me a shout. Let me know your thoughts. At Lookner on Twitter is where you can reach me. Tony Del Monte sent me this. He said, Alan Hogland said, we'll be getting an update on the Northeast Minneapolis body parts investigation at 8:15. There was some body parts found in Northeast Minneapolis yesterday, which are believed to be one body. But as of last night, it wasn't clear what the deal with these, who the person was. Tony, if you hear a big update, let me know. A bondman says, why didn't Steve believe in aliens? I never said I didn't believe in aliens. I didn't say that at all. I wouldn't be shocked if there's other life somewhere in the universe. It's a very big place. But I don't think they're visiting us. Why don't I think they're visiting us? Because there are so many vastly more likely explanations. Ducksaur says, the time to believe aliens have visited us is when there is evidence to support it. James Roy says, what happened to the channel? Again, there are 2 channels on YouTube. There are 2 channels on YouTube. Agenda Free TV and Agenda Free TV 2. Agenda Free TV is just for big breaking news stories. When there's not a big breaking news story, I sometimes do a news roundup on Agenda Free TV 2 where I am right now. Nothing has happened to the channel. If the channel, Agenda Free TV, is devoted to big breaking news stories, and there's no big breaking news stories, then you should not be surprised to not see new live streams on Agenda Free TV. You should expect you will see more live streams on Agenda Free TV when there's more big breaking news stories. Okay. Oh, a couple of the viewers mentioned this story. I wanted to talk about this. I haven't even caught up on this. A couple of viewers mentioned this. I don't know. It's like a month-old story, but I haven't heard about it. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. Chernobyl's nuclear fuel is smoldering again and could explode. This is from May. This is from Live Science, a reputable outlet. It's from a month ago. Tons of nuclear fuel in the wrecked plant's basement has started to react again, and it's showing no signs of stopping. Have you heard about this? Nuclear reactions are smoldering again in an inaccessible basement of the wrecked Chernobyl nuclear power plant, according to news reports. Researchers have detected a steady spike in the number of neutrons in an underground room called 305/2. The room is full of heavy rubble, concealing a radioactive mush of uranium, zirconium, graphite, and sand that oozed into the plant's basement like lava before hardening into formations called fuel-containing materials. Rising neutron levels indicate these fuel-containing materials are undergoing new fission reactions as neutrons spike and split the nuclei of uranium atoms, creating energy. For now, this radioactive waste is smoldering like the embers in a barbecue pit, said a nuclear materials chemist, Neil Hyatt. It's possible these embers could fully ignite if left undisturbed for too long in another explosion. The potential explosion would not be anywhere near as devastating as the one in 1986. Well, that's good. If the material ignites again, the blast will be largely contained within the steel and concrete cage known as the shelter, which officials built around the plant's ruined Unit 4 reactor 1 year after the accident. Still, even a contained explosion would make the long-term mission of removing the plant's FCMs much harder. The shelter is old and could easily crumble from the force of an explosion, filling the area with heavy debris and radioactive dust. The shelter itself, the original containing structure, is contained in a larger steel structure called the New Safe Confinement, which was completed in 2018. I see. Okay. It doesn't sound like a huge threat to the environment, but it sounds like, again, they say that it could make further cleanup of the area much more difficult. Anyways, that's from Live Science. I had not heard this. Laura Chase says, didn't they have some possible nuclear leak in China too? There was some gas possibly leaking from a Chinese nuclear plant, but I don't think it's a very big story because because a major French company that's working on the plant says they think they're going to be able to fix the issue safely. So, given that that's coming from the French company, I'm going to assume it's under control. If I hear it's not, I'll let you know. Yeah, we spoke about that a few broadcasts ago. Oops, hold on a second here. Yeah, look, French companies, this is not China, French companies admit problems at the nuclear plant in China. They say the plant is still safe. Two French companies involved in the plant acknowledged problems on Monday, but said they could be handled safely. So I'm not going to get all wrapped up in this right now. But if I hear alarming new information, I'll certainly let you know. And then one of the companies is France's main power utility, EDF. I don't think EDF has a big motivation to go out there and just start lying about what's going on in China. They're the part owner of the power plant. Laura says they wouldn't tell us anyway. Oh, I disagree. I disagree. I don't think it would be in the interest of the main energy company, main power utility, what do they call them, in France, to start lying about what happened in China. What did they refer to them as? EDF. EDF is France's main power utility. It's largely owned by the French government, EDF. EDF is a French multinational electric utility company, largely owned by the French government. GK says if they want to continue to profit from putting these plants up, they might be very careful how they phrase it. I understand what you're saying. It's just that I don't think it's really in their interest to just start blatantly lying about what's going on at a plant when the lie could be exposed soon if they were lying. Jacques says there's a new development. Well, send it to me because I haven't heard about any major new development. Yeah, this was from 2 days ago. China admits damage to fuel rods. That was something being speculated about in a bunch of the articles, that fuel rods might have been damaged. The Chinese government has acknowledged damage to fuel rods at a nuclear power plant, but said no radioactivity has been leaked. I don't know if it has. But there were experts in articles before this saying that we think there might be fuel rod damage. Yeah, on Monday, a spokesman for the French company said a problem with fuel rods had led to the buildup of gases which had to be released into the atmosphere. So again, I'll let you know if there's major new concerning information about this. I'm not going to go back and look at them again, but I remember reading articles where it basically said like the kind of problem we're talking about is not like a big new issue. It's something that has happened at other plants as well. Oh, thank you, Tony, for the donation. Tony Del Monte. I appreciate that, Tony. Thank you so much. David's here, says Dave Portnoy's Twitter account is back. Yes, Dave Portnoy's Twitter account is back. Breaking news. He was suspended and now it's back. I don't know what happened to it. But his account is back. Thank you for the heads up. David's here. David Smith says a meltdown will be detected by other countries. Yeah, that's another fair point, is that if there was any kind of major radiation leak, my guess is that, and I've seen people who know more than I say this, that it would be detected by other countries. And nobody said that has happened. By the way, a piece of good news. You in the last couple broadcasts, I've been mentioning there was like this vibrating noise coming from the wall here, and I believe it got fixed today. I believe the excellent maintenance person figured out what the problem was, and I think it's fixed. I'm knocking on my desk, but I have not heard it because that was becoming a big issue. But I have not heard a peep out of it the whole time we've been on the air because I think it was fixed. But I wish it got fixed 5 months ago. The problem was it wasn't actually the AC, it was something else. But that was really annoying me. Okay, let me just check a couple other things here. Oh, what happened with this? Is there any updates on this? Tens of thousands in dark after a blackout hits U.S. Virgin Islands. The U.S. Virgin Islands Power Company on Friday reported a complete blackout in St. John and St. Thomas, which is the U.S. territory's most populated island. Officials said the outage occurred late Thursday when a key power plant lost all generation capacity for unknown reasons, says AP. More than 51,600 people live in St. Thomas and more than 4,000 people live in St. John. So have they gotten their power back? Have they gotten their power back? So there's St. Thomas. This is right near Puerto Rico. Mike says cyber attack. I don't know what happened with this. There's very little information on it. Hey, Chris Columbus, the toxic political stuff, no one wants to hear it, Chris Columbus. Or Columbus. Go to the miserable, angry, toxic political garbage channel where you don't want to read the chat, where nobody wants to listen to the chat. That's the channel for you. Keep the toxic political garbage, take it somewhere else. No one wants to listen to you. Except you. So stop it. It's weird. I don't see any updates. Do they have power there now? Have they gotten the power back? There's like one article in the Associated Press about it, about no power in St. Thomas. I can't find anything else about it. I wonder if there is are people posting Snapchats from St. Thomas of power not working? Let's see. St. Thomas. Well, that didn't help. I'm not seeing any. Actually, isn't this St. Thomas right here? Is that it? Hold on. This will tell us. This is St. Thomas. Let's see if the lights are on. Okay, that's somebody eating. It says burr. No one's posting about a blackout. For what it's worth, no one's saying, I see a light on. So I don't know if this is still going on. I mean, I'm not seeing posts about it. Smee says it's where my mom lives. Carol says I read blaming the power outage in Virgin Islands to the Puerto Rico Power Authority, which are not the ones that supplies the power supply. I haven't even seen that. Somebody mentioned, a couple people mentioned cyber attacks. I'm just waiting for the next big. I'm waiting for the next big ransomware attack. Did this person ever post more? Danica Kodo. Yeah, she posted 7 hours ago about this blackout, and then we haven't heard any more from her. Danica Kodo. Carol Alfonso says, I think it was last night. Yeah, again, I saw it posted about today, but it began late Thursday. So I what can I say? All right. Hang on. Now I have too many things open here. Too many things open. Oh, we never talked about this. I do want to mention this really briefly. So this is kind of crazy and bad. 3 dead, 2 missing after a group of tubers go over Duke Energy Dam near North Carolina-Virginia border. Oh, wow. A 7-year-old boy is one of the 2 people missing. So a bunch of people went out on these inflatable tools on a river. And then they went over this large, they somehow went out at like late in the day and they fell over this large dam. I think there were 9 people in the party and 3 are dead or 2 are missing. 9 people went tubing Wednesday night on the Dan River, but at some point, several of the tubes came untied and some floated over the Duke Energy Dam. Then a Duke Energy plant employee called on Thursday afternoon to report some people may be in danger on the river. Then 4 people were found hanging on to various items. They were rescued. The survivors were a 35-year-old man, his son, his daughter, and maybe another relative. The 3 people found dead were 27 years old, who was the mother of one of the survivors' children, a 27-year-old, a 30-year-old, and a 14-year-old all died. And then a 30-year-old and a 7-year-old are missing. And a number of the people it looks like a bunch of the people who were in that party were family members. Wow. Officials said all the people were related and were visiting family in the area. Tubing is a regular activity in the area, but people are discouraged to tube near the dam, considering there's a pretty steep drop over the dam, said the authorities. This is ABC 11 News, I think in North Carolina, ABC 11 Eyewitness News article. Yeah, this was terrible. And actually, if you if you look up the Duke Energy Dam, you can see that's the Duke Energy Dam. So they were, I guess the people were on this body of water above the dam, and they somehow fell over the dam. Here, I'll get you a picture of it. That's it. Oh no, where's the Duke Energy Dam? Is that it? I think that's it. It says Cowan's Ford Dam. Duke Energy Dam. I think it's this. Is this it? I don't know if that's it. Cowan's Ford Dam? Cowan's Ford Hydroelectric Station is an electric-powered power plant and dam located near Huntersville, North Carolina. It is owned by Duke Energy. I don't know if it's this one. This says 8-foot dam. I don't know if that's right. This is from Daily Mail, and they have a picture of this. Maybe there's multiple Duke Energy dams. I don't have a reliable... I'm looking for like a good... Let's see here if I can find it. Okay, how about this one? Let's see this one. I think I'll get it for you. Oh, I think we can get it here. Hold on. Now, I was just trying to find like a news report where it actually showed the actual dam. Because I'm seeing pictures, but I'm not sure if I'm looking at the right one. Hang on. Let's see what this one is. Seeing pictures of a bridge. This is Fox 8. 9 family members went over Duke Energy Dam. Yeah, I saw, oh, it's only, this is interesting. Look, the Duke Energy Dam is only about an 8-foot drop, according to Rockingham County Sheriff Sam Page. That's interesting. Okay, Duke Energy reports it is not a hydroelectric dam and does not have turbines. It's a smaller impoundment dam. That's interesting. See, last night when I heard this, I thought it was like a normal dam, like maybe 30 feet or something. This is very interesting. The Duke Energy Dam is only about an 8-foot drop, said the Rockingham County Sheriff. Huh. Duke Energy reports it's not a hydroelectric dam and does not have turbines. It's a smaller impoundment dam. Cates does not know if any of the victims were wearing life jackets. Huh. So an 8-foot drop. I mean, that's not minor, but it's not 30 feet. I found Waldo says at the drop there's usually an undertow. It was on the Dan River, GK. The Dan River. Oops. I'm looking for Dan River. What? I looked it up. Where is it? See, when you look up a Dan River on Google Maps, it should actually highlight the river. I look up Dan River and I press search. Now, where is it? I don't know where to look. Is it here? It's really bad. Like, you type in a river, it should outline the river. Show me where the river is. You didn't show me where the river is. Where is it? I have no idea. Oh, here? Here it is, Dan River. There, I found it, near Danville. It's kind of hard to see on the map. There's the river right there. In Virginia, North Carolina. There's a Dan River steam station. Anyways. Looks like northern North Carolina. Where was I? I was reading that article from whom? From Fox 8. Darth Tater says 4 people were rescued on this who were hanging onto objects before the dam. Is that true? I couldn't tell if the 4 people rescued were hanging on before the dam or after the dam. No, look. A Duke Energy employee spotted 4 of the 9 people at the bottom of the dam. So the people rescued were at the bottom of the dam. In Eden, North Carolina. That's where this is. Eden, North Carolina. I wonder if I can find it. Eden, NC. There's Eden. Okay. So we'll do this. There's Eden, North Carolina. Where's the river? Here's the river. Somewhere here, there's a bridge. There's the Dan River. It's somewhere on here. It's got to be right in here somewhere. I don't know. I can't find it, but it's somewhere in here. I was hoping to just see it. I'm looking through Eden. I'm not finding it. That's the river, though. It's okay, Darth. Yeah, it was kind of confusing about whether they were above or below the dam. Anyways. See, Michelle Sparks says there shouldn't be any way to get that close. I mean, I guess it's again, it's an 8-foot drop. And I guess I read an article that says there's signs to not get too close to the dam. I mean, again, 8 foot is not a small amount. And also, I don't know, they went, it was like 7:30 or 8 at night, I guess. And it's like, was it too dark? Did they even see it? Did they know it was coming? Did they get sucked too close? Linda said, were any of them drinking? I don't know. Smee was wondering, Smee is asking about them drinking too. I don't know if they were drinking. I mean, some of them were kids. Bradley, do you know that that's the artist? Do you know that that's the location? Where are you getting that? Where are you getting the address from, Bradley? There's a steam station there. But is that where the dam is? Is it this? No, see, I think this is the big dam. I don't know. Maybe it's not. See, there's this, but I don't know if that's... That looks like it might be a bigger than 8-foot drop. This thing. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I mean, that's the right area, but... Again, I don't know if that's the 8-foot drop. GK says that's it. Oops. Again, I don't know where you're getting the address from. So I can't confirm that that's it. Chris Wright says, I live 20 minutes from the river, from a river. Our rivers are a little shallow. Anyways. Angela, you sent me something, but I don't know where you got it from. Where did you get that from? I need to know where you got it from to know if it's reliable. By the way, Salon Girl just sent me this about that Arizona shooting spree that happened yesterday. David Catabiano said Phoenix police say the shooting spree suspect was involved in a May 5th shooting when he was a security guard at a restaurant. He claimed he shot in self-defense after a customer allegedly charged him. Customer is okay. Police still investigating. So I don't know if he shot in self-defense or not. That was like a month ago. That's from David Catabiano, who's with Arizona Family. Thank you, Salon Girl, for sending that in. Ooh, Steel Kicking sent me this. 3 dead after inner tubers go over river dam in North Carolina. And it says, here's a picture. 3 inner tubes are shown at the site of the Duke Energy Dam in Eden. See? That looks like about 8 feet. It's weird. You'd think that the articles would all have like a picture saying, this is the dam. But you don't see that. Check all these different articles. And they don't show you the dam. How about this one? Crazy. Oh, look, here it is. This person says, Dan, this is from WFMY News 2. So it says Dan River Steam Station, and then it says dam next to River Ridge Road. Okay, there you go. We'll figure it out. Where's River Ridge Road? River Ridge Road is there. There's River Ridge Road. Yes. So Steam Station, River Ridge Road, Dam. And in the video it says, what happened? Steam Station, River Ridge Road, Dam. So it looks like it's the one you said. This one right here. Okay, there it is. Thanks, folks. I wonder if you can see it. I can't. There's nowhere to put the little man down. Smee says, I have a lot of friends who are two rivers here. I won't go unless it's really low and slow, dangerous, been years. Angie says the pic is what they have been showing us. Wow. Linda says straight down, not a good plan. But it looks like 5 of the 9 people may have died. Just terrible. Thoughts with everybody involved in that, and condolences to the family members of those who died. Just a bad story. Okay, let's see here. 4 rescued, 3 dead, and 2 missing. Helene says usually dams have things to keep you from the spillways. Well, maybe not like an 8-foot one like that. Helene said there would be currents that pill you over. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a very strong current there. I'm not sure about that. Terrible. Yeah, John Elliott, 4 rescued, 2 missing, 3 dead. On the sidewalk guy says, I wonder if they cheaped out on getting the life jackets. I don't know if they had them with them. On the sidewalk guy says, with the current too much to overcome. Shaggy says, I'm guessing they all couldn't swim. I mean, it's kind of weird if you go tubing and you can't swim, I think, but I don't know. Angie says, it gets dark here on 8:45, probably did not see it. So that's a really sad story. Okay, look, I think I got to the stories I wanted to talk about. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little break, and then if there's big news, of course, whenever, I always go on to Agenda Free TV and cover that. If there's no big news, I'll probably do a live stream on my personal channel, which is called Lookner. That's only on YouTube. My personal channel is only on YouTube. So if there's no news in a little bit, I'll probably do a live stream there, so you can catch me there. Subscribe to this channel, Agenda Free TV, if you're on one of the other, if you're not watching on YouTube, and Agenda Free TV 2 if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, there's Agenda Free TV 2, and my main news channel is Agenda Free TV. But that's where we go when there's like a single big news story. So subscribe, and on YouTube, if you subscribe to any of the channels, make sure you click the notifications bell and choose all notifications. So I do appreciate you watching the live news roundup. I very much appreciate you sending your comments in participating, and we will, I'm sure, do more of them. And you can follow me on Twitter for news updates when I'm not on the air. I am at Lookner on Twitter. There I am, at Lookner. Follow me for news updates there when I'm not on the air. And a huge thanks to our moderators. They are awesome. They're all volunteers. They're fantastic. So I really appreciate them. Linda Belk has been moderating. Linda Belk, Short Stack, Lizzie. Ellie Bourne, Maddie Mags, Papa Bear, Sully. So thank you to our moderators. And also thanks to everybody who donated. That's very kind of you guys. I very much appreciate that. Thank you. You're the ones who allow me to do this full time. So thanks so much for your support. If you do want to donate ever, you can go to agendafree.tv, agendafree.tv. And don't forget about the Discord. The Discord is where you can chat with other viewers when we're not on the air. And the Agenda Free TV Fans Discord. It's like a chat room. Also, if you sign up, it's free, but if you sign up, whether or not you do the chat, you get the best notifications for when we're coming on the air, for when I'm coming on the air, so you don't miss a live broadcast. I actually have the Discord app on my phone, so the notifications pop up on my phone when I'm going live. So check out the Discord. The link to the Discord is at the bottom of the YouTube video description, and our mods can post that link as well. I think this is the first day, maybe ever, I've done a news broadcast and hearing the wall wasn't vibrating. It's amazing. And if anybody out there is interested in being a volunteer moderator, that would be fantastic. Just ask the mods for more information on that. Stuart Paul Newby is signing off from England at 2:25 a.m. Thanks for watching, Stuart. I appreciate you all watching. Oh, I missed a comment before. Our viewer, Na Clan Kyle T said, the undertow is what drowns people. Here in Niagara Falls, people who go over the Horseshoe Falls are often never seen again. So Na Clan thinks it was the undertow. Lynn Halifax says tubing is fun. I've never tubed before. But obviously you got to do it safely. John says he thinks there was a strong undercurrent there. Helene thinks they misjudged their ability to fight the current. Sad story. Okay. I am going to wrap this up, and again, my plan is either cover, if there's no big news tonight, I'll be on my personal channel, Lookner, which is on YouTube. Okay, thanks to our viewers. Thanks for watching in Twitter. Andy K. Thanks, Andy K, for watching. Lynn Halifax. And other viewers there over on Twitter. I appreciate you watching there. Twitch viewers, too, thank you for watching. We had Skip Foo, ZZ Fly, On the Sidewalk Guy. April Coco was over there in Twitch. Magua, Shaggy, Soylent Green. The Gangs All. Tankenheimer, I think it was, and others. Thanks for watching there on Twitch. Thanks also to our Facebook viewers. Trisha Alec, John Elliott, Helene Bemis, Brenda Tackaberry, David Smith, Twilla McCord. Twilla says, I don't think aliens will visit us. Betty Nelson. Kathleen Mullally, thanks for watching. Kevin Brian Stedman, thanks for watching. And everybody else watching on Facebook. And thanks to, hang on, our YouTube viewers. Oh, Darth Tater. Hey, Darth Tater, that's very nice of you, Darth Tater. I very much appreciate that. And thank you, Darth, for shouting out the mods. Much appreciated, Darth Tater. Thank you. All right, thanks to our viewers, Margot, Smee, Aries Pjork, Cherry Cola, Beth Standard, Michelle R., Angel M. Angel M says, Danville's my hometown. Near where that happened. Thanks, Angel M, for watching. Aries, Pjork, Jacques, God Boot. Thanks, Jacques, for watching. Skylar Vale Co. Madison, April Coco. April Coco was in 2 chats. YouTube and Twitch. Mantronics, Thomas Paquette. Thanks, Thomas, for poking your head in the chat. Rick Hoppy. Mike J. Starfire. Oric 3D. Chessie. Thanks for watching. I Found Waldo, Laura Chase. Angie Gelhaug. and everybody else watching there in YouTube. All right, guys, wrapping up this stream right now. Again, if there's no big news, I will probably end up in a little while on Lookner channel on YouTube. So catch me there. But if there is big news, I'll go on Agenda Free TV. Okay. Oh, and hey, Jacques from Canada. That's very kind of you, Jacques. Thanks for the donation. Much appreciated, Jacques Godbout. Thank you, Jacques. Much appreciated. All right, guys. Thank you again for watching the News Roundup. Thank you again so much to the moderators. And thanks again for all your comments and contributions and comments and questions and news tips helping out at the News Roundup. All right, that is it for now. Thanks, guys. And we'll have more live news coverage soon at Agenda Free TV and Agenda Free TV 2.